Guys, so I knew this hunt was going to be a good deal. I'm hunting in my best stand that I have right now. Every night I get a picture of maybe a 135 inch 10 point. Then a couple minutes later I get a 4.5-year-old 125, 130 inch 9 point. Now the 9 point, he has quite a bit of mass. Little frame, just tight and tall. But the 10, he's more of a deer he's a 3.5-year-old deer. He's a younger deer, which I'd like to see him live another year, but I don't know if I could pass him up. He's a bigger frame than the 9 point. He's a little bit wider, he's taller, but he's super spindly. He's probably his tines maybe are only that, and he's just super spindly. Now, he'd be the deer that if he lived another year and nobody shot him, he'd be probably 145, 150 inches next year. So my intent was, if the 10 point was going to come in, I was going to decide if I was going to shoot him or not. Then if the 9 point come in, he's more of a management deer, and that would be the deer I'd rather shoot out of both of them deer. So I knew this hunt was going to be a good hunt because them bucks come in every night. So my first picture, I usually feed every day right when I get home from school, roughly around 3 o'clock p.m. Now, my first picture of my does, they probably come in 3:15, 3:20. And there, after that, is kind of a dead spot. The bucks come in probably around anywhere from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and they stay there for an hour eating stuff. And one thing I do want to mention, in Ohio, it is legal to bait your deer. Now, I do have a corn pile, and I do hunt rut with no corn pile. I'll just hunt it in the woods. But where I'm hunting now, I dump about 5-gallon bucket of corn every day. So them bucks know that when I dump that corn, it's not that much, but they know they better get in there for the other deer eat it all. So that means they come in every day at daylight, roughly around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and I get probably 10 trail cam pictures a night of them in the daylight. So I get in the stand roughly around 2:45 to 3 o'clock, because I know some deer, I usually run them out when I'm feeding at 3. So it's Saturday evening, it's 2:45, I have my dad drop me off, and I'm going to feed, and I'll hop up in the stand, and my dad's going to drive off. So that will be the plan for the night. Alright guys, it's September 24th, opening day of Ohio bow season. I'm out with my HOYT Charger 2015, 151 pounds. Right now, I'm hunting in my honey hole. I call my honey hole because I got my 130, 135 inch 10 point in here that I want to shoot. I got probably 130 inch 9 point that I think I'd pass up, but I'm not so sure yet. I'm all strapped in under safety system. So I'm gonna try to get me a big buck. Right here's where I'm hunting. Try to film it with a GoPro. So I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully I'll be with a deer. So after I got in the tree stand, movement started picking up. Started out as chipmunks, then squirrels, and finally deer. Now right here, this is a 3.5-year-old or 4.5-year-old 9 point that I wasn't sure I was going to shoot. But I didn't get him on film walking up to me, but I did get it on film when he was in front of me eating some corn. So as soon as I'm about to make a shot, I look down, make sure the doe wasn't looking right at me. So I draw back, and as soon as I draw back, there goes the doe. She snort wheezed, she scared the buck off, so he trotted off. Not really knowing what's going on, but usually when a deer hears snort wheeze, they busted you. So like I said, it's not the bucks that always bust you, it's the does. That's a perfect example of it. So the buck, he runs off and he stops at 26.6 yards. That's where I ranged the spot at. So I'm drawn back. And I said, this is either now or never is when I'm going to get the shot. So draw back, got my 25-yard pin on him, aimed a little bit higher, and I just pulled that release trigger and just smacked him. He didn't drop any. Perfect shot. I double lunged him, and he ran off, and he probably didn't run 100 yards, and he went down. So right now, I'm gonna let you see the footage of the buck that when I shot of him. So here it is. I go up home, I review the footage, and I call my dad. He came over. We watched the footage, and we decided, you know what, this was a great shot. And I knew it was a great shot when I shot him, but I just wanted to double check and clarify that it was. So we gave him about an hour and a half. My grandfather came over, my uncle came over, and he helped us recover this buck. Alright, so we're gonna go get my buck. See his leg up there? There he is. See him? Good thing I walked over here.
Huh? Let me see. Pick his head. Pick. Is he dead? Pick his head up. Let me see.
Shot. See that?
Yeah.
Alright guys, so we found my buck. He's real nice here. He's tight, a little bit tall, heavy, real heavy rack. He's probably 4.5 years old. It wasn't a heart shot, but it was a perfect shot. A little bit quartering